Wow. Hey, what's up, dogs? Um, I'm here with a fucking review. Uh, Again, I'm always here with reviews, but whatever. It's a good day today, and I'm going to be talking about the new album from the band Beneath, entitled The Barren Throne. Came out April 29th through Unique Leader Records, and this is the follow-up to Enslaved by Fear from 2012. Um, Beneath, if you don't know them, they are a death metal band, somewhat of a technical death metal band. But I always thought they leaned a little bit more towards a kind of a mix between technical death metal and a little bit more old school, with a focus more on more chunky riffs. And Enslaved by Fear is an album that I do own, and it is a good album. However, I always got myself just kind of lost in it in the wrong way, in that I just could not keep myself, it didn't hold my attention the whole way through. Some songs just felt, I don't know, like they just didn't work. It felt a little bit disjointed, felt like something was missing. However, I think they found that something with this album. This album is amazing in every single way. And it starts off with the track, oh, fuck you, Spotify, Depleted Kingdom. And it starts off with this, acoustic sounding guitar, or clean sounding, I guess I should say. It's not acoustic, it's clean sounding. And it was very cool. It set a very cool tone from the start. And then it just busts in with a godly fucking riff. And that whole song, for all 7.5 minutes that it is, was incredible. And I was like, wow. Like, I was blown away. I just didn't expect this to come out of this band. Something that just has this just raw energy to it and emotion. Not that their album before didn't have any energy, but this just had some balls to it, and it had very good songwriting. That's this entire album. I think that's what they were missing with Enslaved by Fear, but they have here is just exceptional songwriting. It is so good, and every track stands out, all 11 of them, and this album goes by so fast because it's just so fucking good. And it's a long album. I mean, most of the songs are 3.5 to 4 minutes long, but there's a couple that eclipse the 7 minute mark. And I have to say the song Sky Burial is by far the best song on here. That song goes through so many different styles and so many, emotions. It was crazy. And the riffage was just absolutely phenomenal on that song, and the vocals are just a step up. Everything about this album is just a step up for this band, and everything just seems to click, and it's so cool. I have to say, the guitar work just is what really got me. I mean, the guitar work on Enslaved by Fear was good. There were some good riffs, but it's just some of these riffs just kick you in the ass and just sound so well. But like I said, it's the songwriting that this band was missing, and the songwriting is definitely here, and it's so well done. Some other tracks that really stand out to me are Chalice, which they released ahead of time, and I'm like, I listened to that song, I'm like, this is pretty good. This album has some good shit going for it right away, and that is definitely a very good song. What I liked about this is that it's not just straight up guttural lows, guttural death metal vocals being brutal the whole time. They do what works. Sometimes these songs, they stay heavy the whole time, but then sometimes they'll just stop and this clean guitar will come in or something, and it'll just break, and the whole mood changes. This album has an atmosphere to it, and I really enjoyed it. Just this whole, kind of darkness, but it's not super dark, I felt. and that was very cool too. That was also something that I felt Enslaved by Fear missed, because it was just trying to be death metal. It was just trying to be, brutality. And this is just trying to be its own thing, which Beneath really did well. Anyways, other songs that stood out. Like I said, Chalice, the title track's really good. Putrid Seed of Affection has a very, very groovy slam type part going in. It is so good. There's some groove in this album, and I really enjoyed that. Overall, I mean, the guitar work is just 100% amazing on this album. And it's just so good to listen to. Another thing that really stood out to me is the drum work. The drum work is fantastic on this album. Very interesting fills, and certain parts where maybe they calm it down a little bit, and there is that clean guitar or something. I found myself paying more attention to the drum work because it was so interesting to listen to. So top notch drum work in this album as well. Sovereign Carnal Passion is another one, good one. Like I said, Sky Burial, Mass Extinction Codex is a fucking rager. That's about all I have to say about this album. The vocals I feel are a step up from Enslaved by Fear. But they're still kind of similar in ways. I just felt they didn't improve as much as their songwriting, their drumming, or their guitar work. But they're not bad. This is a phenomenal album, and I need to own this album. This is one of the only albums that has came out this year that I haven't picked up yet that I really, really want. When it comes to death metal albums so far this year, I would honestly put this up above everything else except for the new Behemoth album, and I'm being dead serious. This is a phenomenal album, and you all should listen to it. I'm very stoked on this band's future. I hope they keep going, and I hope they keep writing songs like this and albums like this, because it's really good. Another album from Unique Leader Records that I'm very excited for coming out in June, I believe, is Inanimate Existence. If you don't know them, check them out. They just released, I think, 2 new songs. I haven't listened to the one, but the first one they released was fucking amazing and just blew my mind. So I'll be reviewing that for sure. So, pick this up, The Barren Throne by Beneath. 9 out of 10 for me, and I'll see you guys later.